feel like it was a solid pickup overall. I feel like they could definitely use him, down the stretch and when the playoffs start.
Yes, I like this pickup for the Thunder. Once again, in the huddle news, Markieff Morris signs with the Thunder. I like this move for the Thunder. Obviously, the Thunder is, to me, the second best team in the West. Obviously, they rank number 3. But in my opinion, they're the second best team in the West, obviously, because they got the stars. PG-13, Russell Westbrook,
Adams.
Steven Adams, a beast on the boards. Obviously, Dennis Schroeder on the bench has been very pivotal for that team, giving Russell Westbrook that backup point guard that can give them valuable minutes. And you just add another guy, Markieff Morris, to the team. Obviously, makes the team better. Any upgrade is a good upgrade, and I believe that it is an upgrade. So I like this move for the Thunder. It makes them a little better. And that's it for your In the Huddle news. Anthony Joshua, once again, agrees to fight Brooklyn-owned Jerome Miller June 1st in MSG. And Markieff Morris signs with the Thunder. But it's time to move on to our next topic, which is baseball.
The MLB free agency. And, we've seen that Manny Machado and Bryce Harper, two of baseball's biggest stars, still have not, chose a team and try to make a deal yet. And, it seems to me that they're both going to hold out until one signs so that the other can say, oh, that's what he got. He's going to try to either match it or get a better deal. Both of these guys, in my opinion, are ridiculous. You want to talk about divas? This has gone on for way too long. They want giant contracts exceeding $250 million. It's outrageous, in my opinion. And Machado is a liar. He lied through his teeth. He told everybody, including, I'm pretty sure, the Yankees organization, that, oh, my decision will be made after the new year has rung in. Never made a decision, and these guys are still holding out. Spring training starting. Catchers and pitchers have reported they got to make a move. And,
to me, in my opinion, they all divas. They all divas. I don't get much diva than Anthony, Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah.
He's a diva as they come. I mean, them fake tears. I mean, please.
The man was on roids.
I mean, this guy was on roids, steroids, humanoids. I don't know voids. Just name a void, asteroids, meteor voids, whatever the voids it was. This guy was on voids, okay? This dude was all over the place. All right? They as diva as they come. All right? These cats out here. And Manny Machado, I mean, these guys want their life set. They're like, listen, I want to be in Hawaii. I want to be in the cabin. Give me that deal. Listen. They should have been signed by now. They should have signed by a team.
It's ridiculous.
It's way too long for these cats not to sign. Now, with Manny Machado, I do believe that, the Yankees, rather. The Yankees do not need both of these guys. The Yankees are deep. They got the pitching.
Just about to say that.
They got the pitching. They bullpen is good. They still got Drew Stanton. All right, they didn't even need Drew Stanton. They got Drew Stanton.
I mean, yeah, Giancarlo, and they got Judge and Hicks in the outfield. We don't need Harper in terms of that. And then I agree with Machado. We don't really need him. We got the young
obviously,
talent.
If you get him,
I agree.
It makes it a plus. But you don't need him.
Exactly. It'll definitely, bolster up the roster and make them look like an all-star squad. But, Machado, by the numbers, there's no taking away from his talent. 37 home runs and a 297 batting average is pretty amazing. He's a great third baseman in terms of defensive, skill. But just like he came out and said, I'm not, quote-unquote, I'm not Johnny Hustle. That's a terrible thing to say, first of all, if you're an athlete. And in terms of the Yankees, Cashman, the GM, and the ownership as a whole has already made it evident we don't like guys that are going to come out and say they don't hustle and don't, work their butts off. In terms of the Yanks, the Yankees pride themselves on clean-cut, neat press uniforms, wearing, hard-working professionals. We don't need a player who's not going to give us all for a prestigious franchise, the most prestigious in MLB history with 27 titles. I'm getting a little biased right now.
Nah, I understand what you're saying, man. Go ahead.
They're a great organization. We don't need that. Machado, go
I mean,
find
they are
your
a great
deal.
organization. They have
No,
one of the
they
best
are.
dynasties ever.
But Machado, we don't need you,
I
man.
mean, we
if you're
really-
not gonna hustle,
Machado, you can cha-cha out of
Get
here,
out.
okay? That's what you
Exactly.
can do. Because we don't need you. And if you want to play diva, then go play diva somewhere else. All right?
Mhm.
And it looks like Bryce Harper, obviously, I don't think he's going to end up on the Yankees. I believe he's more likely to go to the Phillies or the Giants.
yeah.
I think that's more, he's more likely to go there, obviously.
Mhm.
But we still in the run for Machado. I believe that's more realistic than Bryce Harper is. But like I said, like
I
we
mean,
just said, we don't
you
really
know,
need him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, teams that are more in the hunt are like the Padres, Phillies, and the White Sox. They're really pushing for him. I know, just an update for everybody out there. You heard it here in the huddle. This week, the Padres GM is holding a meeting. I don't know if it happened already or if it's still going to happen. And actually, I just got an update. How good would the Yanks be with Bryce or Machado? That's pretty funny. But, yeah, so the Padres are going to have a meeting with Machado and his wife. We'll see what happens with that. Then in terms of Harper, this man, you want to talk about greed. The Nationals, the team that he was on last season, has been with for years, literally offered this man 10 years, $300 million. Turned it down, and then he goes out and he turns down the San Francisco Giants, who offered him a shorter deal, about 5 years, and a large salary, but he still turned it down because he's, quote-unquote, not considering short-term deals. So the man turns down a long-term deal with $300 million, which I'll take in a heartbeat, and then he
Listen,
goes ahead and
No
with
words
a shorter
describe
amount
that.
of years for a contract, and still a good amount of money. The guy doesn't want it. In my opinion, he's being way too greedy. You know,
That's
I don't
what
like it. I don't like
That's
it.
and it
I
goes
really
back
don't
to
like
all these divas out here that we've
It's
been
true.
talking about. And Le'Veon Bell already being the highest paid running back and winning more money.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Like, come on
guys,
now.
do you know how it is to be broke? Half of y'all was
That's
broke
what I'm saying.
before y'all got there, and
Exactly.
all of a sudden y'all money hungry. I just feed me more. I just don't understand it
Lil,
with these divas out here.
that's just in my opinion, and probably the opinion of most, that's just the sports world. This generation, man, this generation of sports, seems like everybody's about the money. It's all about, sports is a business, which is very true. But you just want the moolah, and it's not even about playing the game.
I mean, you saw
Come on
Johnny
now.
Manziel throw up the money sign. It's all
And look-
about the money.
And look where
eh?
that man is now.
Exactly.
Unemployed, man.
Unemployed, walking around like your pretty boy Floyd. That's just how it is, okay? It's all about the ching,
All
ching,
about
ching,
the
ching,
money.
ching. It's all about the money. And I know sports is that the $1 billion, it's where the money at. But at the end of the day, man, we do have a cap. in
Exactly.
sports.
It's
Right?
gotta be,
It's a salary cap.
you know, they're being ridiculous.
There's a luxury
they
tax.
really are.
All that exists. There's a financial aspect of the game of sports. It's not just, I'm good. Give me $1 trillion, okay, for my talent. There is something called the luxury tax. There is something called the financial cap, okay? It's salary cap. That does exist, ladies and gentlemen. If not, you shouldn't have went straight to the league. You should have did college.
That's what I'm saying. And, you know, it's like, obviously, you look at the guys and, you know, Le'Veon, we look at Brown, then we look at Bryce Harper and Machado. Their stats are incredible. They're great players, but it's just ridiculous. No wonder Le'Veon didn't have a job for the whole last year. You're asking for too much money. Teams cannot afford this, like you just said. They can't afford it, so deal with
And even if they could
deal with
afford
some
it,
sort of $1 million deal you're gonna get
and
anyway.
even if they could afford
Come
it,
on now.
history's shown that running backs don't really last long.
No,
Their
it's
career
true.
span is shorter. They get
It's
hit
the
on
whole
every
knee-
play.
The whole knees factor.
So, hey, with baseball, football, we just have a lot of divas in the world.
We
All right?
really do.
Even our president. All right? Even our daggone president. Dum, dum, da, dum, dum, da, dum, da, dum, da, Trump. He is a diva.
A lot of drama.
Okay? So,
Just to
this world is made up of divas, and that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the humble people out here.
agree
all right?
with that.
We gotta give out shout out to the humble people. All right, really, shout out to y'all. Okay, we have diva females. It's Valentine's Day. We have diva females out here. We don't get y'all don't get no love. Shout out to the females that's humble. Kendrick Lamar said it. Be humble, ladies and gentlemen. We in the huddle.
Just a quick thing, Lou, before we go into our next topic. A quick other thing about the free agency. With the New York Mets, since obviously they are one of the other New York teams, their star pitcher, Jacob deGrom, lights out the best ERA in baseball with a 170 last year, won the Cy Young on a team that ended up with a losing record, which is hard to do in itself to get that Cy Young. He's going to become a free agent in 2020, and he's heavily pushing for the Mets to extend his contract. He wants to remain with the Mets. His agent wants, is really pushing at this point. Even the GM of the Mets, Brody Van Wagenen, he was DeGrom's former agent before taking the position with the Mets. He wants him back. He wants to have DeGrom back. But the Wilpon family, which is the family that owns the Mets, who's been known to be somewhat cheap and make bad decisions, they're holding out. I don't know what you're doing, because this guy is arguably one of the best pitchers in baseball right now. Take this guy. They said, we only have $162 million on payroll, so we got to be smart with the money. Agreeable, but it's DeGrom. The man won the Cy Young on a losing team with a losing record overall. You got to get him back, in my opinion.
You have to bring that brother back, otherwise, it ain't going to be sitting too pretty up there. But, PSA announcement. If you have fallen beyond your mortgage, ladies and gentlemen, pay your rent. We can help. Call 1-800-995-HOPE for real help and guidance. Brought to you by the Neighborhood Works and the Ad Council. Every year, 1 million families face losing their homes to foreclosure. If you're falling behind your mortgage, we can help. Call 1-800-995-HOPE for real help and guidance. Brought to you by the Neighborhood Works and the Ad Council. Ladies and gentlemen, pay your rent. Pay your dues.
Pay your rent.
And we'll be back for our next topic and our final topic, getting into the All-Star festivities. Don't go nowhere. We in the huddle. Ooh!
Like I did the funk flex.
Facts.
Dude, this is a good show, bro. We're
Facts.
rolling.